Hello everyone, Mackenzie Lambert here, your host for Mack and the Movies. Today we begin a 10-movie series looking at select films of the Criterion Collection. These films are considered the cream of the crop.
The cream, yeah. The cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop when it comes to the medium of cinema. The first one on the docket is a classic bottleneck drama with one of the best ensembles ever assembled. Let's take a look at Sidney Lumet's 12 Angry Men. In a courthouse in New York City, a jury is deliberating on whether to find a Puerto Rican youth guilty or not guilty of the murder of his abusive father. From the start, 11 of the 12 jurors believe the defendant is undeniably guilty. Yet, one juror, the 8th juror, has some doubts. Slowly but surely, the doubts of juror number 8 spread to the other jurors as the evidence and testimony are reconsidered and deemed as questionable. But the road of questionable doubt has its roadblocks and the stubborn jurors still standing on the guilty verdict. First off, what an amazing group of actors that share the screen in this film. Henry Fonda is the clear star. The man has a decades-long career ranging from dramas to comedies to westerns. He was versatile to say the least. Joining him are the likes of Martin Balsam, Jack Klugman, Lee J. Cobb, E.G. Marshall, Jack Warden, Ed Begley, all of whom I've seen in other films and TV shows, be it Psycho, the TV series for The Odd Couple, Creepshow, Problem Child, The Dunwich Horror. One actor I wasn't familiar with but taken in by was Joseph Sweeney as the 9th juror. His earliest screen credit was in 1918. He was mostly a stage actor. His last acting role was in 1963, of which he died shortly after. If one were to look at this film through an identity politics lens, they would try to brush this film off as a group of mostly middle-aged cis men passing judgment on a Latino youth. Yet, the movie is actually addressing a few social justice elements in a manner that doesn't come off as preachy or condescending. The film addresses bigotry and racism.
You saw this kid just like I did. You're not going to tell me you believe that phony story about losing the knife and that business about being at the movies? Look, you know how these people lie? It's born in them. I mean, what the heck? I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. No, sir. They get drunk. Oh, they're real big drinkers, all of them. You know that. And bang, someone's lying in the gutter.
Class disparity.
I think we're missing the point here. This boy, let's say he's the product of a broken home and a filthy neighborhood. We can't help that. We're here to decide whether he's innocent or guilty. Not to go into the reasons why he grew up the way he did. He was born in a slum. Slums are breeding grounds for criminals. I know it, and so do you. It's no secret children from slum backgrounds are potential menaces to society.
Juvenile delinquency.
These kids, the way they are nowadays. When I was a kid, I used to call my father Sir. That's right, Sir. Do you ever hear a kid call his father that anymore?
Most surprising to me was the film addressing masculinity that is genuinely toxic. Listen to how juror number 3 talks about his own son.
I got one. 22 years old. When he was 9 years old, he ran away from a fight. I saw it. I was so embarrassed I almost threw up. I said, I'm going to make a man out of you if I have to break you in two trying.
The movie also does a great job of showing how people on a jury bring their own life experiences and baggage to a trial. Going back to juror number 3, he has a severed relationship with his son. Juror number 5 grew up in the same kind of slums the youth on trial grew up in. Juror 11 is a Czech immigrant who became an American citizen. A masterstroke of the film is how it can build tension. Often is the case where the film uses music score to aid in the build-up, yet this film relies more on the actors themselves and the exterior elements to show increasing tension. A perfect example used in another film, the dinner scene in The Godfather where Michael guns down Solosso and McCluskey with the train rumbling in the background. The weather starts out hot and humid before growing darker outside, then leads to rain and then to a thunderstorm. Storms are a means of relieving pressure in the atmosphere. As the weather changes, so does the state of the jury room. The more people who vote not guilty, the more intense the weather. It all comes down to juror number 3. When he finally succumbs to group pressure and votes not guilty, the weather clears up. One interesting character element is that juror number 8 is an architect. It is his regular job to examine structures and look for weaknesses in plans. This accounts for why he doubts the case of the prosecution. He sees the flaws in their case the same way he sees flaws in developments and blueprints. The cinematography by Boris Kaufman perfectly captures the claustrophobic nature of the jury room. The tight close-ups on the faces of the jurors, even when it's a wide shot, the 12 men in the room fill up the shot, which only makes the room seem smaller. 12 Angry Men is one of those essential films. It needs to be seen at least once in a lifetime. Great cast, a steady build of tension, a movie that feels so grounded in reality. Highly recommended. And that finishes this look at 12 Angry Men. Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on this film? Let me know in the comments below. Next week we'll take a look at another film in the Criterion Collection, the directorial debut of Guillermo del Toro, Kronos. Until then, this is Mackenzie Lambert with Mack in the Movies. Take care and have a good week.